Good evening, everybody, and welcome to At Lafayette Live here for Monday, September 23rd, 2024. I hope your Monday got your week off to a great start. It's been a couple of weeks since we had a chance to sit down and chat with you guys. Our family, I think, was on the road somewhere last Monday. We weren't able to join you, so sorry we missed you last week, but certainly glad that you're joining us this week here. So, fall's officially here. How you guys doing so far? As you jump into the chat, let us know where you're from. Are you from Lafayette or West Lafayette, Tippecanoe County? Somewhere here in Indiana, maybe Indianapolis, Evansville, Fort Wayne, Chicago, maybe just on the other side of the border in Illinois. Or are you joining us from out of town, from across the country, Los Angeles, Washington, um, Dallas? We've had some visitors from Houston. Let us know in the chat where you're from. I'm so glad that you guys are all here with us this evening. We'll give everybody just a moment to get loaded in. So, yeah, like I said, fall's already here. How's the weather where you're at? It's like a switch went off here. The beginning of spring, sorry, not spring, the beginning of fall happened for us this last weekend. It was the equinox, the autumnal equinox, equal day, equal night. And we went from 90 degrees and super humid to much more comfortable, 60 degrees, little overcast and rainy today, but I'll take that. So, all right, we got somebody here from Lafayette. Okay, see a couple of people here from West Lafayette. Always glad that you're here to join us. What's going on in your world today? Anything fun? Yeah, like I said, fall's started here already. It's really just was like a light switch went off. But yeah, it's still hot in other parts of the country. It's hot where you are still? Yeah. I mean, I don't want winter, but the flip to fall, I'm okay with this. If we could have fall weather year round or spring weather year round, I'd take that. But I know it takes all seasons, so that's what we'll have. Well, I think we're all mostly here now, and let's jump into all the great things happening around Lafayette. So, first off, this is some really good news. West Lafayette Elementary has been named as a 2024 National Blue Ribbon School. Now, there are only 356 schools recognized this year, and it recognizes schools that excel in academic performance or make significant strides in closing achievement gaps among different student groups. West Lafayette has a giant reputation as an excellent school district, very well deserved. It's really not surprising that West Lafayette Elementary School would be a Blue Ribbon recipient, but congratulations to them. And if you're interested in your kids going to school in West Lafayette, you got to live in the school district. Give me a call or a text. My contact information here is below. I'd love to be your real estate resource of choice here for West Lafayette. What else is going on? It's a little early for this for my tastes, but if it brings you joy, I'm okay with it. The Columbian Park Zoo here in Lafayette hosts its annual Boo at the Zoo event, Friday through Sunday, October 18th through the 20th. So Halloween's only about a month away, about a month and a week, but Boo at the Zoo is only about 4 weeks away, so I guess it's really not too early. It's 3:30 to 7:30 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They always do a great job of decorating the zoo. The rides are normally open. There's going to be daily costume contests, a Halloween train ride. They'll have treat stops, a live DJ, a dance party, and some educational opportunities throughout the zoo. They always have setups with guests there. You can do gross things like have cockroaches paint something for you. It's cool. Um, they're going to be giant inflatable games sponsored by Wintech. and everybody 17 and under gets a pumpkin. That's pretty cool. There's also going to be a community pumpkin decorating contests and the unhaunted hayride, which is going to take attendees through Columbian Park. Now, in the past, you had to buy a ticket for Columbian Park Boo at the Zoo for the particular night you wanted to go. This year, you just buy a ticket and you go to whichever date you want to go to. Tickets are $8 online and they're $10 at the gate. Children ages 2 and under are free. And if you want to know more, go to columbianparkzoo.org. It's a really, really cool event. I love Columbian Park Zoo. Our family loves Columbian Park Zoo. It's a great way to get up close experiences with animals that you're not going to get in a big city zoo. Yeah, they don't have giraffes and lions and tigers running around, but they have wallabies and they have a bald eagle. They have all sorts of monkeys. It is a really, really cool. Inner city is not the right word, but in-town zoo, local zoo. So you should go check out Boo at the Zoo on October 18th through 20th. Get your kids' costumes on and enjoy Halloween for more than one day. And while you're considering Boo at the Zoo, do us a favor here and hit the like and subscribe button. We have a giant library of videos about all things Lafayette and West Lafayette, Tippecanoe County, real estate, cool homes, home tours, community tours, great restaurants, the best pizza in the area. We were just discussing the other night, we'll probably have a video coming soon, the best tacos in the area. So hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss anything. And hit that bell icon so you're notified anytime new videos go up here. Next up, City Bus is going to provide transportation to the Feast of the Hunter's Moon. So Feast of the Hunter's Moon is a big festival that takes place down at Fort Ouiatenon, down just a little south of West Lafayette on the Tippecanoe River, and it's a reenactment of a French fur trading post here in the West Lafayette area. And transportation to and from it and parking at it is always something of a challenge. You can go down there and park, but these are country roads down there. They're not designed for this high volume of traffic. So instead of trying to get yourself down there and parking in a grass or mud parking lot and then getting stuck and having to be towed out, ride the bus. So City Bus is going to provide transportation, and you can ride from the Discovery Park parking lot on Saturday, October 5th and Sunday, October 6th. And it's only a 10-minute ride, maybe not even that, on the bus. Normal fares apply. The bus service is going to begin at 8:30 a.m. both days, ends at 6 p.m. on Saturday and 5 p.m. on Sunday. You can get a day pass for $2, which is good for unlimited number of rides for the entire day. So you really can't beat it. We've done it a number of years, but the important thing to know this year, if you've been to Feast of the Hunter's Moon before, is the bus used to pick up at the north side of Ross-Ade Stadium on the Purdue University campus. This year it's picking up on the south end of campus down at the Discovery Park parking lot. So that's an important note. You've got to drive a couple minutes further south. All city bus fare cards are going to be honored. Ivy Tech students, faculty, and staff can ride free by presenting a valid ID. And children kindergarten through 12th grade ride free as well. And of course, you can purchase mobile tickets on the Token Transit app. If you haven't been to Feast of the Hunter's Moon, we're going to talk about it more next week, but you should definitely go check it out. But this is how you want to get to Feast of the Hunter's Moon. So I've seen some more people drop into chat since we started here. How you guys doing this evening? How's the weather down wherever you might be? Where are you from, and what's the weather like? I was saying it turned to fall this last weekend. It went from 90 degrees and humid to rainy and cooler. I'm not exactly sure what the coolness is in the 60s or 70s. Could do with a little less cloud cover, but the humidity cooling down certainly helped a lot, and I'm not going to complain about that. Do me a favor, take a minute and hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you tune into our channel for all the updates that we put out throughout the week. Really cool things going on here in the Lafayette and West Lafayette area, all across Indiana. But hit that like and subscribe button. Next up, we talked earlier this year about the Lafayette Public Safety Center winning awards. Now we're going to talk about the West Lafayette Public Safety Center. The West Lafayette Public Safety Center was announced conceptually earlier this year, late last year, and they're finally going to start moving into some conceptual phases of what it's going to be, and they have confirmed that the location is indeed going to be next door to the existing police station, which is in West Lafayette, up on Sagamore Parkway, kind of behind what used to be the BMV branch, next to the post office, where City Hall used to be before it got torn down. So that's where the new Public Safety Center is going to be. They held some public meetings in the last couple of weeks looking for feedback on what they want, what the public wants the building to be. But some of the things they're talking about, they're going to have an outdoor plaza and some public art that will be outside of the new building. They're going to have meeting spaces that the public can come in and use. It'll have the new fire and police station, locker rooms, some mental health focused spaces, so that's really cool. Social work rooms and mental health focused spaces. You know, in the last couple of years, there's been a whole lot of talk and debate in the country about the future of policing and what that looks like, and things like defund the police. And what I think most of the people who really cared about these topics were talking about was not taking away from the police, but rather that the police really needed help in matters that weren't directly policing related. You know, we're not talking about car wrecks and breaking and entering and crime and that sort of thing. We're talking about people who are in distress, who might have mental distress, mental illness, who might just need some social help, that might be in a hard way, and the police are not necessarily always equipped to be able to do that and help the best. But there are resources in the community that can help with that, and the concept of this public safety center is hopefully going to pull some of those resources together so that when the police do get called, they can lean on those resources to help the people where they really do need help. And I've had a chance to talk to many police officers here in the West Lafayette Police Department, but also the Lafayette Police Department and sheriffs here in Tippecanoe County. And you know what one word comes out of their mouth all the time? All the time. It's the word help. They get into policing because they want to help. So giving them the facilities and the resources that they need to truly help is incumbent on us as citizens. And so I think this new building is really going to be cool and help with that. They're hoping that construction can begin in the summer or perhaps the fall of next year. And there's going to be some more virtual viewing and input options coming up. If you go to westlafayette.in.gov, you can check out some more about this and give your input on this public safety center. Anybody got an opinion about that? I mean, I personally think it's so cool that as a community, we're doing our best to find ways to help people in every way possible. And we're not just going to, throw the police at them. And more importantly, or as importantly, we're not just going to load up on the police of one more thing you need to do and one more thing you need to do. We're going to give them the resources to help and actually provide the help that the majority of them got into policing for. Yeah, I think most everybody in the chat really kind of agrees with that. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I think if you talk to any reasonable person, that's what everybody wants. They want the appropriate help to be there at the appropriate time with the appropriate needs for the appropriate people. And if we can do that as a community and we can put a building around that to help structure some of that, that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. But would you take a moment and hit the like and subscribe button? Subscribe to Geoff Gooch Realty here on YouTube. Be notified of when all of our new videos go up with all the cool things going on here in the West Lafayette, Tippecanoe County, West Central Indiana, Greater Lafayette, Monticello, White County, Benton County, Fountain County, all the cool things going on here in the area. But hit the like and subscribe button. It truly helps us out. And I'd love to be your local Lafayette real estate resource of choice. All of my contact information here is below. So if you like the cool things that we're talking about here in Lafayette and West Lafayette and the things that are happening in our cities, come move here. Buy a house. I'd love to help you out with that. No, really, I would. Okay. This is an interesting one. Wintech to bring fiber internet to West Point after TDS plans stall. I live out in Tippecanoe County, and I have better fiber internet. I have better internet than some of my relatives do in Indianapolis. And that is in large part because of Tipmont. That is our local electric company. It's a co-op here in Tippecanoe County and Montgomery County, Tipmont. And they started a deployment of fiber internet as their service to their customers, to their owners, us, the customers who are part of the co-op, several years ago. And they have been covering the unincorporated areas of Tippecanoe County in fiber internet. And I absolutely love them. And I absolutely love the service. And they have covered most of the county now. They're mostly done with their deployment. But they are now going to deploy fiber internet to West Point. And the company TDS Telecom was supposed to provide that, but that deal fell through, and for whatever reason. So now Wintech, powered by Tipmont, is going to step in and fill the gap and bring high-speed fiber internet to West Point, Indiana. So if you're in West Point, great news, your internet's going to get better. I cannot tell you how good a company Tipmont and Wintech are and how great the service is, what the uptime is like, what the customer service is like on the very, very, very rare occasion that you actually need it. You're going to absolutely love it. And if you're thinking about moving here to the area and you need high-speed internet to do your job, if you're a remote worker, West Point, Indiana is about to become a location that will work for you. How you guys doing on a Monday? Everybody doing all right so far? So hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you find out when our new videos are posted. We have approaching 200. I have to go back and look, and I'm not going to do it right now, but something like 160 videos and shorts. We're very quickly coming up on the 200 mark on videos. I'll have to go back and look and see what that is, but all sorts of really cool content. The best restaurants here in Lafayette, interesting home tours, community tours, fun things to do in the area. But hit that like and subscribe button. This is a feel-good story, a bittersweet story maybe. Lafayette Urban Ministry, expands hours of operation for their protein pantry. So there are a number of great food bank operations here in the Lafayette area that do a fantastic job of delivering food and nutrition to those here in our community that need the extra help. And one of these is Lafayette Urban Ministry. They have something called the Protein Pantry, and it was originally open only on Thursdays, but now they're going to also be open on Mondays as well. So on Mondays, they're going to open from 1 to 4 p.m., so an afternoon time slot. And on Thursdays, it's open in their morning time slot, 10 a.m. to noon. It's located at St. John's Episcopal Church, which is right downtown. Can't miss it. And it's going to be an opportunity to put protein, the thing that the human body runs on, in the hands of people who need that help. And our neighbors and our friends here in the community need the help. Whether you know it or not, you know somebody that needs the help. Maybe they're too proud to let you know that they need help, but they do. And so if you were in a position to help others, giving of your time, talent, or treasure to Lafayette Urban Ministry, donating food, donating money, donating your time to help run the protein food pantry, you should do that. It would be so helpful to so many people here in the community. They run a really great operation down there, and the number of people that need help in our community are just more than it should be. So give a helping hand if you can, as Lafayette Urban Ministry expands the hours of operation for their protein pantry. Let's go to a story about Purdue University. I think that this is a great headline. One giant leap for enrollment. Purdue University breaks several student records. Not one, several. So this has been an ongoing debate's not the right word, crisis. It's been an ongoing crisis here in the West Lafayette area. The number of students that Purdue enrolled this year versus the amount of housing they don't have, and getting people beds and places to live. But the numbers are in. For fall of 2024, Purdue's enrollment numbers look like this. West Lafayette residential students. These are not necessarily students that live on campus. They might live off campus, but this is, the core part of the university. Undergraduate, 40,735. Graduate or professionals, that would be master's, PhD, Doctor of Audiology, Doctor of Nursing Practice, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, 9,673, for a total of 50,408. 50,000. Now, that is huge. I'm looking up West Lafayette population. I want to see what the last census had our population at in West Lafayette. 45,060 people in 2022 is the quick number that I come up with. So 45,000 people. That means that the population of Purdue University is 25% greater, 10,000 people greater than the population of West Lafayette. No wonder it's feeling a little overcrowded in town right now. Now in Indianapolis, Purdue opened its new campus. They split from IU last year and dissolved IUPUI, Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis, and they split into two separate campuses, so IU Indianapolis and Purdue University Indianapolis. And they're just getting their feet under them, just getting started. This year at Indianapolis, in their residential population, they have 2,634 undergrads, and in their professional or graduate programs, they have 200, for a total of 2,834. So pretty small change in comparison to the 50,000 that are at the main West Lafayette campus. Online, so this is Purdue University online. This is not Purdue Global, and that's a whole other conversation. But online, there are 801 undergrads and just under 4,000 graduate or professionals, 3,966, for a total of 4,767. The grand totals across West Lafayette, Indianapolis, online, the totals for all Purdue University students, 44,170 undergrads, and in the graduate and professional programs, there are 13,839 for an overall Purdue student population of 58,000 students. That's no small number. There are 10,600 freshmen, new beginner students here in West Lafayette, and 760 down in Indianapolis. So that 10,600 translates to about 25% of the undergraduate population and about 20% of the population overall in West Lafayette. So those are huge numbers. It's also seeming like it might go up, and they're talking about how they're going to control the application process for next year. They received a record-breaking number of applications, 78,526. And their yield rate, so the number of students who actually showed up, who were admitted and showed up off of that, was 29%. It's, they say, the highest since the start of the Common App, the single online application that many universities accept. So what does that tell us? It tells us that Purdue is awfully crowded and there's a whole lot of students around. And if you're in West Lafayette and you're shopping in West Lafayette, be patient. There's a lot of people for our community to absorb. I think the community is doing a great job. I think Purdue University needs to step it up a little bit more in the housing area and matching housing to student population. Some things, as they say, were out of their control and they will get a handle on it, hopefully in the coming years. But it's a record-breaking year for Purdue University here in West Lafayette. So take a moment, if you're inclined, and even if you're not inclined, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us out with YouTube. Lets YouTube know how much you guys are enjoying all of our content and videos here at Geoff Gooch Realty. Let's get some screens out of my way, and then we're going to talk a little fun real estate. So give me just a second here to get set up. Talk amongst yourselves. Have some coffee. So today's topic. Today we're going to talk about 3 bargains for homes in West Lafayette, and specifically in the West Lafayette School Corporation. All of these homes are priced at less than $400,000. We're going to look at 3 today. The median price of homes for sale today in the West Lafayette School Corporation is $422,000, and the average is $446,000. So these 3 are a true bargain down at the bottom end of the range. Let's start with the 3rd cheapest. This is on Wilshire Avenue in West Lafayette. And give me just a second and I'll pull up the map so we can, as I always like to, orient ourselves to where exactly we're talking about. So there you go. There's the map. We're looking right here on Wilshire. You can see Cumberland cutting through right here. I'll zoom out a little bit. We're just a little north of Sagamore Parkway. So again, this is in the West Lafayette School Corporation. So this is not really a location that you can ride your bike or walk to school, because you got to cross Sagamore. It's a little distant. If you want to ride to school, you really kind of got to be on the south side of Sagamore Parkway if you want to go to the middle or high school or the intermediate school. Now, if you want to go to West Lafayette Elementary School, if you got elementary age kids, it's right around the corner. So that's our location. And there's the satellite view, and you can see it's firmly in a residential neighborhood. Lots of great neighbors. There's the elementary school over there. Shopping, Payless, grocery stores just down here. So it's really a great central location. It is on Wilshire Avenue, 2930 Wilshire Avenue. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,788 square feet. So it's not huge, but it's not tiny either. It's in Barberry Heights, as we were just looking at. They have updated LVP flooring. They've refreshed some original hardwood and fresh paint. It's got a newer, large composite deck, newer windows and roof, and it comes equipped with a whole home generator. And I tell you what, when you lose power, that is not a bad thing to have at all. But let's check out some pictures. So here's a little tour of the house. So there it is. Got a basketball goal in the front yard. 2-car garage. I was going to say basic kitchen, and it is. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So many of these tours we go through, we look at like the big, fancy, expensive houses because they're fun to look at. This is a house. This is a regular family house, and I want to show you what you can get for your money in West Lafayette. Not the big aspirational, look at the $1 million house, but just look at a regular house, and it looks like a kitchen. Electric stove, an oven. Cabinets have been painted, it looks like. Looks like newer cabinets, I believe they said. Got the family room, a living room, dining room, kind of great room all in one. Love the sliding doors out to the big porch, really invites you outside. 3 sliding doors going out, so that's like a wraparound porch there. That's fantastic. Love that. Little pergola out on the newer composite porch, and there we can see the whole house generator, so when the power goes out, you'll still have power. Pretty big yard, nice shed out there in the backyard. We'll zip on through, and yeah, you can see. I think that room was actually added onto the house. We can see where the brick facade ends, and we go into the siding here. So I think that this room was added on later on, and then the wraparound porch was wrapped around that add-on room. Really adds some space and air and light to the house. Can dry your laundry the old school way. I believe that's one of the living rooms. The original living room, I believe. No, actually, we're looking at a bedroom here now. There's the closet. Yep, definitely newer windows on this one. So as we get towards the end, I'll start asking you to think about what you think the price is on this one. I'm not going to give you any context. Figure it out on your own. Throw some guesses out there. How much do you think it is? I gave you a few clues at the beginning. This has a stackable washer dryer in one of the bathrooms, so it's not a separate laundry room. Garage. That's the garage. Hang on, I want to check this out. Nope. Okay. Maybe that's the... And I believe we've made the full round. A little close-up of the brickwork. The house was built in 1968. How much do you think? 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, West Lafayette School Corporation, 1,800 square feet. Got a few guesses in there. Nobody's quite right. $339,900. So $340,000. Do you think the house matches up with the price? Like I said, we're looking at 3 bargains here in West Lafayette. So that's the most expensive of the 3. Let's look at the second most expensive. 132 Seminole Drive. I almost gave you the price. I'm not going to give you the price. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath with a total of 2,376 square feet. It was built in 1958. Let's take a little tour, and as we go around, start thinking about how much you think this house might cost on Seminole Drive. Again, in the West Lafayette School Corporation. Some nice landscaping, and as we look at it, we can see there's a couple of sunlights, sun. Goodness, I'm drawing a blank. I'm having an evening. Little porch on the front. Yeah, look at the skylight. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Skylights here in the entryway make the nice open airy feeling when you walk into the house. Kitchen cabinets feel a little dated, but that's okay. And I really kind of love what they've done with the knickknack shelves up here at the top. You know, so often those shelves are, what do you do with them? You know, you see people put coffee cups up there quite a lot, but they've actually put a little bit of lighting up there and put a trellis up there, and I rather quite like that. I like the big cabinets here. You can use that as a pantry. Living room. Those look like hardwood floors. I don't think that's vinyl. I'm pretty sure that's hardwood. The big picture window to the right and the sliding door to the left really open the room up. Starting to get into the bedrooms. I always say the bedrooms are, you know, kind of boring compared to the rest of the room. Yep, it's a bedroom. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nice soaking tub there. Bathroom's had a little bit of work done to it over the years, like the tiles on the floor. And it's got the stand-up shower as well. Another bedroom. So as we go through these pictures, be thinking about what you think this house costs. I'm not going to tell you. I told you that it began with something, so if you were paying attention, you might know what that something is that you began with, but I'm not going to tell you otherwise. You can see the stairs down to the basement there. Some under the stairs storage. This one has a washroom, a laundry room. Something that the first one didn't. This stove style, this fireplace style, was particularly popular in the generation that this house was built in the late 50s, early 60s, but I think it was particularly popular in West Lafayette. See these all the time. And I absolutely love them. But you got the brick surround around the fireplace. Pool table would go great under those lights. Or game table of any kind, really. Continuing on our tour. I think that these are basement bedrooms. I believe this is actually a walkout, and we can see the LVP down here. It's an interesting juxtaposition. Looking at two separate rooms, but bam, look at that red paint. Don't pick a house based on the paint color. That is so easy to fix. Change, make whatever you want. You could make that an office of some sort. There's a dividing wall there. You could have a sitting room and a bedroom. So many configurations you could make with that. That porch is quite lovely. I've got a thing for multi-level porches like that where you can walk out and have the stairs and interact between levels. I just think it's architecturally interesting. Great backyard for it slopes down into the ravines. That's really, really connected to nature. I've got a friend I should send this to. When we pop out of the end of the pictures, I'm going to show you on the map where it is. All right, last picture. All right, so let's look at the map, and you guys should start formulating what you think this one costs. So again, this is on 132 Seminole. Let me zoom in on the map a little bit so you guys can really see it. Here it is. 132 Seminole right here off of Indian Trail. This is on the north side of Happy Hollow. We can see the park through here. This one is a little more in the range of walkable, bikeable to the intermediate school, middle school, and high school. Here's the intermediate right around here, so it's literally just a little blast around Indian Trail. The high school's a little further down the road. It's down here, so it's a little further. May not be quite. Maybe for like a sophomore, junior, senior, maybe they can do that. But it is really, really close to West Lafayette. So really, it's a great location as far as Lafayette and West Lafayette are concerned. And the fact that it's close to Purdue University and it's close to shopping in the core of West Lafayette. There's the satellite view, and you can really see how it's positioned here in nature and that you can get right down into the Happy Hollow area. And you're connected right to that trail network there. All right. So we've seen its location. We've looked at it. It is 2,376 square feet, built in 1958, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Again, what do you think that this one costs? Okay, you guys are much closer. You paid attention after the last one. $335,000. So I had some 320s. Somebody guessed 340, 335. So this is a bargain here in West Lafayette. Who's buying this one? And today's bargain in West Lafayette, 1175 Windsor Drive. It is 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. 1,081 square feet. So it's a bit on the small side. It was built in 1958. Let's look at the map. Let me bring the map up here. I believe this one still has renters in it, if I remember correctly, who have renters' rights until next year. I need to confirm that. If you're interested in buying, let me know. Reach out. My contact information is right here. Send me an email. This one's right up the road from Purdue University. It's really not far at all. Here it is, Windsor Drive. Here's Northwestern Avenue. And if we see Lindbergh Road right here and zoom out a little bit, zip right down Northwestern. So it's not right on top of Purdue University, but it is really, really close. The junior, senior high school are right over here. Shopping and whatnot over here. Let's take a look at the satellite view. And there you go. All right, let's get rid of the map and let's take a tour. And while we're touring, this is the cheapest house in the West Lafayette School Corporation right now. So it is cheaper than the ones we've looked at. Keep that in mind as we take our little tour and start formulating what you think this one costs. So let's take a look. Here is the front of the house. Nice hedgerow there, hiding 1-car garage, gravel driveway. What do you guys think so far? Again, only about 1,000 square feet, just a little under. So there's your living room. Again, it's got a skylight. I like the woodwork in there. I mean, that's a good use of space and making the room feel like it has a little bit of ambiance, a little bit of texture. Not often do we look at houses that are exactly like this here in West Lafayette. Dining room right there, dining nook really. You can look through to the kitchen. Kitchen's had a little bit of work and a feature that many people love, a gas stove. Probably the primary. There's only 1 bath, so it's not going to be en suite. There's the bath. And another bedroom, the other bedroom, 2 bedrooms, I believe this one was. Maybe it was 3. There's our basement. We can see they have it set up as a bedroom, and it does actually kind of meet the legal definition of bedroom. We can look over here and we can see this window over here. And you know what the legal definition of bedroom is? There really kind of isn't one. Some people say, oh, it's about closets. It's really not. It's about egress. Is there more than one way out? And in the case of a basement bedroom, in older houses, you often have these windows that there's no chance you can get out of them. They've dug in a well window here, so this could meet the legal definition of bedroom. This basement is quite unfinished. I'm not sure I would want this to be my bedroom, but you know, a little bit of work could get it there. You could double your space, basically, increase the square footage, put in a drop ceiling, put in one of the slate tile ceilings, put up a little bit of drywall. You could make that basement something livable. It wouldn't be that hard. And they've got it kind of set up as a workout room and storage area. But if you really wanted to make it something nice, and it's your laundry room as well. I mean, the first house didn't have a laundry room at all. This room has been added on. I believe this is the connector to the garage, which my guess is the garage was not originally connected to the house. The downside is you look back on the Faith West building there. Again, this is the cheapest house for sale currently in the West Lafayette School Corporation. I think we're approaching the end. We're looking at some aerial shots. So this is about being in the school corporation. That's what this house is all about. So we continue to zoom out. The house is actually right here. So we can see the Ackerman Golf Course right here, Purdue University, the Faith West building, bank right here. Forget which bank that is. Where's that Family Express? Pretty sure that's a bank. Not used to seeing it from this angle. All right, so that is me hitting the wrong button. 1175 Windsor Drive in West Lafayette, right in the core of West Lafayette. 971 total below ground square feet, 1,081 finished above ground square feet. Now, you can't total that below ground into the finish, but if you did, if you finished that basement, you would have almost 2,000 square feet, almost 2,000 total square feet. Only about 1,100 of it finished. That basement does not qualify as finished. It is indeed 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. How much do you guys think it is? I'm going to give you a second to drop it into the comments. This one is an absolute steal of a deal in West Lafayette, $295,000. Yes, sub $300,000. So which of the 3 are you interested in buying if you're looking to move into the West Lafayette School Corporation? Well, here at this end of the market, it really is defined by how many bedrooms and how much square footage do you need. But as we wrap up at Lafayette Live for this week, I want to make a little bit of a market analysis here in West Lafayette. Those 3 houses that are the cheapest houses, let's talk about a market update here in West Lafayette here in September of 2024. These 3 houses that are the cheapest houses in West Lafayette have also been on the market for 38 days, 41 days, and 6 days. The median in West Lafayette over the last year has been around 3. 3 days, not weeks, 3 days. These houses have been on the market for a month and a week, a month and a half, and a week. 2 of them have had price cuts already. Seminole Drive and Wilshire Avenue have had price cuts. Windsor Drive has been on the market for just a week. That's not terribly long. What's that telling us? I think it's telling us a couple of related things. One, we had a big interest rate cut from the Fed, the first in 4 years, last week. 0.5%. We were wondering if it was going to be 0.25% or 0.5%, and the Fed went with 0.5%. I think people have been holding out, waiting for the Fed to lower rates. So hopefully we'll see some more action from buyers as that interest rate drops. But I think the other thing that we're seeing is the limit of the testing of the high end of the market. How much is your house worth? At the end of the day, the market is what decides that. Your house is worth what people are willing to pay for it. And so sellers can look at trends and realtors can look at comparables that have sold in the last week, last 30 days, last 6 months, last year, and do some comparison work to figure out, okay, square footage, bedrooms, location, what are the equivalents that have sold? What are the trends that we're seeing? But that's backwards looking. And that's also looking at where things have been going, not where things are going. It's history, it is not future. And I think that we are seeing the upper limit of what the housing market will bear for price in the short term. Houses are going to keep appreciating. I am not saying that the housing market is going to crash and that houses are going to go down in value. I am not saying that at all. I am saying that these houses that are sitting on the market a little bit longer and have had some price cuts are actually worth less than what the sellers currently have them listed for. I think the sellers were looking at those comparables, at those trends, at their hopes and dreams of what they might earn from their investment from their house and priced it that way. I think the house is worth less than that. But that is not what the house originally sold for. That's not the value of the house. There's a difference between hopes and dreams and real value. And I think that the seller's asking price is just above what the real value of the house is in the market right now, which again is not to say that the market is going down, that the market is going to crash. I firmly do not believe that. I just think that we have had sellers see the market's going up, so I'm going to continue to push up. I want to be in on that. And I think that prices are going to stabilize. They're going to stop rising quite so fast. We're not going to see multiples of percentage increases month after month, day after day, that it's going to come down to a much more controllable year-over-year rate. That's my guess. I'm not a fortune teller, but I think that's what's going on here. So if you're interested in home here in West Lafayette, I'd love to be your West Lafayette local real estate resource of choice. Please send me an email, phone, call, or text message. My information is right here, or you can scan the QR code and it'll load up into your phone. Reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you about your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, your needs here in West Lafayette. So thanks for joining me here on @Lafayette Live here, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps us out with YouTube. And don't forget to join us every Monday at 7 p.m. for @Lafayette Live. Have a great week, everybody.